Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the walking. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah, hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch my please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the sheets. You can't go out, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man, so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
Internet consensus, Stugotz, is always funny. So it was interesting to see a whole lot of Sunday morning or Monday morning quarterbacks the other day say the very same thing, which is, what kind of idiots decide to jump Cam Newton? That is what everyone's reaction is. However, I'm here to simply stop you. No matter what I thought it would look like, I didn't think it would look like that. I didn't think it would look like Cam Newton. His hat is going to be totally unfazed. That video doesn't even get as much run as it got, if not for the fact that his hat never moved while four guys are jumping him. He's throwing around one guy with one arm, and he's got another guy in a headlock.
It's like out of a movie. He is swatting kids away from him. I mean,
the whole thing, everyone's reaction was the same. How could you be so stupid? And I talked to some people who work in MMA and said he did that perfectly in a situation when you're getting jumped. What you do is you move away because everyone has the same target. And if you start moving away, you use their momentum against each other. Where would Cam Newton have learned to avoid being the singular target of 11 people trying to jump him?
So you saw this fight and you said, let me reach out to MMA people to break down his form?
I just happened happened to be with them. I wasn't doing reporting. I just happened to be
in Rome,
with people who were watching the video. There were not feathers in that hat, right? That was all his hair?
I think that it was an open hat with his hair coming out the top.
Yeah,
But
that's
I could
right.
be wrong.
But there weren't also feathers.
There may have been. It was a grainy video. It wasn't great.
It's a fair question.
In fairness, though, like, video quality for incidents has gone much up since, like, the Zapruder film, right?
Yes, there are more people videoing, and I would say to you that when you're saying the video quality wasn't great, I got number of angles, which I wasn't expecting, which means people were very quick. If people are jumping Cam Newton around me, it's going to be many reflexive thoughts I have before I get to let me video this. I'm going to have a lot of different thoughts. So I thought the number of angles there was impressive, as you complain about not having enough angles.
I think anytime anything happens now, the first reaction from most people is, let me videotake this.
Are you jumping in to save Cam or what?
I would
You
have
better
to,
be, right?
Out of
Dan.
loyalty.
He's your buddy.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't believe I will be involving myself in a place that will get me hit in the back of the head with a bottle. I'm going to avoid those situations generally. Jessica, to your point, though, one of the most shocking times that I learned that in a way that made my heart feel heavy is I heard a gunshot outside of where it is that I live, and I would then later learn that a tourist in the middle of the day had been shot in, just sitting in front of his wife and baby. But I hear the gunshot, and all I see is people running over there with video, as opposed to running away from the gunshot, people running to the place in order to get their cameras out so they could be the one on, Only in Date or whatever.
Big win for the TSP crew, right?
Yeah, who is that?
That's what everybody said after that
Yeah,
fight. I think that was the consensus.
That was the
It
biggest
wasn't-
takeaway.
Yeah, it wasn't, why are you fighting Cam? It was like, who's this TSP crew? Because everyone said Cam got in a fight with the TSP crew. So everyone immediately went to Google who they are.
Bad day for aggregators. The first person says the TSP crew, and then nobody does the research to figure out who that actually is. Everybody just keeps resharing the same video with Cam in a fight with the TSP crew until we all have to come in here and ask each other, who the hell is the TSP crew?
The one guy that Cam has by the back of the collar, he's like, "Ooh, this is not a good position for me." He drags him. If we can play the video again, he drags him from the tent out like 25 feet to the fence on the other side.
I know that everyone thinks after the fact that they knew how that would go. To see him be that immovable, it goes without saying. All of us, I think, understand that he's a very large human being.
If you asked Billy Gill about 3 weeks ago, apologies for the voice there, vacation, driving through the heartland of North America, Dan, it's tough. Indiana did this to my throat. But if you asked Billy 3 weeks ago, Cam Newton, you fighting him? He'd tell you no.
No one that sees him in person thinks it's a good idea to fight him.
Yes.
You have to be a moron to see him and think, let me go run up and punch him from behind.
True.
The fact that he restrained himself and didn't punch anyone back is like a miracle.
That's not prime shape, Cam, and that is another important point.
I don't know.
Dan. Be very careful.
He's not in his prime. What?
Dan, he's in incredible shape. He's a brick house.
I'm not disputing
He's outside
that.
his prime. He's still in better shape than 99% of the
I talked to my
population.
MMA friends yesterday, and they said, don't fuck with Cam Newton. He's
just
in
happened to be with
incredible
that, right?
shape.
Yeah.
The guy is jacked. Dan, he's in incredible shape.
Billy, I am not disputing that. He's not in prime Cam shape. Don't argue with me about this. He's simply not. He's not in MVP of the league shape. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, of course, he's built unbelievably well. And also, he's out of football. Like, I'm saying nothing shocking by suggesting that he might have been fitter when he was MVP of the league than right now. Who disagrees with that?
I may disagree a little bit because he might have been a little bit more slender, a little bit more mobile. Now he's just putting on the muscle, right? Like now he's working out to be big.
So you guys think he's stronger now than when he was MVP
big
of the
chance.
league?
Now you get it. Yeah.
I think if I was on
bulked
a
up.
7-on-7 flag football team, I wouldn't think, wow, he looks like he's out of shape. Let me go punch him.
I didn't say out of shape.
Yeah, this is insane logic.
That is not you guys.
It's prime punching time for
He's
Cam
built like
now.
a linebacker now.
We're saying he's built. Let's just get this straight.
Strawman.
No.
It's better. He's in better shape now to fight off these people than he was when he was either at Auburn doing it every game by himself, or as a 25-year-old in the NFL. We're saying that now is better.
He won the fight without hurting anyone, right? That's what he did.
That part's amazing.
He realized he could not hurt anyone on camera.
Well, yes, that's what he was thinking about at the height of being
saw
jumped.
the cell
phone.
Where are the cameras? Yes. No, I think
Couldn't punch anyone. I mean,
I think a lifetime rich person is careful about who he punches, generally speaking. But I also think that the point that Billy makes is a good one. Among the many things in that video, there's nothing more impressive than his hat not moving. But among the impressive things is that at no point do you see him throw a punch. He's throwing people around, using their momentum against them by simply moving them around, all of them much smaller than him. Somebody came in at the end with a haymaker that unfazed him as well. Somebody came in with a very strong punch, but it was like trying to punch the 8th floor of a building. Like he wasn't quite getting up there.
Do we know if it reached?
I know it looked like it had a lot of momentum on it, but fizzled out at the end when it couldn't get to where Cam's skull was.
He looks like Gulliver fighting Lilliputians.
But those didn't seem like small people, except for being next to Cam Newton, because they were not small compared to everyone else that was there. They were only small compared to Cam. I want Stugotz to talk about another fight, the one involving the Miami Heat against the Pelicans.
Right.
Sullivan, we've got now someone in our camp, Stugotz, who does some of the stuff that Allison used to do. He used to find people. She used to find people very quickly for us. Can we find the Heat fan that was ejected from this game on over the weekend?
That
was
hero.
It Friday or Saturday? But the fight involved choking people. It involved Jimmy Butler saying it's that time of year, which I don't think it's that time of year yet. It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it just that time of year when
We're getting there.
No, but is
Yeah.
it that time
February.
of year just when Jimmy says it's that time of year?
Yeah, that's
pretty
right.
much, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, when he decides he's ready to play and he wants to show up and put up 23, 9, and 7 or whatever he wants to do, this is what happens. He played really, really well through the first few quarters and then gets into a fight, so he doesn't have to play tonight.
Can I ask a question?
Load management.
So we We talk about like the best disciplined team. This doesn't seem like a disciplined team.
Wow.
Hardest working, most disciplined. Discipline. This isn't discipline. Running around, hitting people, throwing people around, getting
The
kicked out of
discipline is
games.
on the court.
This happened on the court.
No.
I'm
In
watching
your
the
play
court.
and playing
They're
zone
literally on the
defense.
Smoothie
They're
King
31 and
logo.
25. I mean,
This doesn't seem like a disciplined team to me.
You know what this was called, Billy? Lighting a fire for this team.
Oh, please.
The same way Rick Pitino did. All of a sudden, look, St. John's, Red Storm, big win over Creighton a couple days ago.
I
So
saw
you got
that.
bounced
Come
in
on.
the second
All of a
round
sudden-
again. Jeez.
Maybe, but Jimmy fights somebody. You know what I like in this video? Jaime Jaquez Jr. in the cut, in the mix, fighting with his big dog. That's what you want to see when you're a rookie. You want to see a guy in the middle of a fight getting with your best player and doing whatever he was doing here. Right here, look. Right there, we're going to try to get somebody threw a punch. Let me get in there.
Wait a
He
minute.
didn't do a
What's
thing.
He's just
I
being
mean,
pushed.
nothing.
You got to
Yeah.
be seen.
doesn't seem like
Guys, you got to be
No one
seen
did
in the
anything.
mix.
I
That's what it
mean-
is. You got to be seen in the mix.
Let me explain something to you. This is what it looks like is Jaime Jaquez is floating out to sea is what it looks like. That the current is
Being taken by the current of the fight.
the current is simply
The king
sweeping.
tide has swept him.
But Tony is right. The key to showing that you have your brother's back is just by being in the mix.
Exactly.
Like there's a picture of Duncan Robinson right in the middle, and it looks like he's in the mix. He's not doing anything. He's actually smiling. But Dan, the key is you have to be in the picture.
The
You
best
do.
one was Niko Jovic because he actually ended up getting suspended a game for this. And what it was is when Jose Alvarado and Thomas Bryant started fighting a little bit after this part of the scuffle, you end up seeing Niko Jovic run over and he gets held back by somebody and looks like he wants to throw a punch. And it's great because he never actually had to. That's the best part about it.
Zion said it wasn't dirty.
It wasn't dirty.
I mean, Kevin Love was trying to help him up, and it escalates to that. And then Jimmy loves to talk, and people with the Heat love when he talks, or fans of the Heat. I don't know if the Heat organization loves when he talks, but he says a whole bunch of different stuff. And one of the things that he said, Stugotz, it's not just that it's that time of year as he was shouting that at the crowd, but he also said afterward, we're better than they are, and we'll beat them again that way when they come to play us, which is not something you hear very often in that sport. Very few guys will just simply say, we're better than they are. Now, that was, purposeful and strategic based on the fact that emotions were high, and whatever the disrespect was of having someone's hands on his neck is why it is that he's saying that. But very few people actually do that. Just say flatly, we're better than they are. When this year they're kind of the same as they are. But what, to me, the most, I know we love the noise and the drama and that stuff, Stugotz, but the single most impressive thing to me about watching that was what happened with Bam afterward, where Zion couldn't do anything against Bam, and Bam did whatever he wanted on the other side. That was a little jarring to watch because I think of Zion as a unique kind of strength specimen. So to see him not be able to do anything against the length and athleticism of Bam one-on-one, I'm used to Zion doing whatever he wants against everybody one-on-one.
What makes Bam so spectacular defensively is his ability to kind of bang with guys that weigh more than him. His biggest issue is when he goes up against someone like Joel Embiid or Brook Lopez, who has that type of size against him.
Right.
But his length and athleticism, and then on the offensive end, I mean, he became the focal point of the Heat offense for the rest of the game, hitting shots down the stretch. And when Jimmy Butler gets ejected, to see Bam step up as the alpha dog for that team to finish that game. And the reason Jimmy says they're better than the Pelicans, by the way, I believe they've won 7 in a row against the Pelicans. So he knows that come March 22nd, when the Pelicans come back down here, that's going to be one of those perfect troll games for Jimmy.
But we're not surprised that Jimmy's saying that, right? Like, I know you say it's not the norm in the NBA for players to say, hey, we're better than that team, but for Jimmy it is. I mean, it is. He's kind of done it the last couple of years, right?
I don't know why you're registering surprise for me. I'm not surprised. I'm just telling you that he's one of the few people in the league who will do that, and he's done it for a long time. He says whatever he wants without very much encumbrance. Can we get the video of the fan who was ejected, though? And I'd like to try and see if we can find this person and get this person's story, because this felt like Maximum Miami coming through the arena, walking up, pulling up his pants, pulling at a too tight Wade jersey.
It is a little tight.
It is, but it's maximum Miami in New Orleans. Just wants to be in the middle of the fight. Is shouting at people. Has a drink in his hand. Again, pulling up his pants as he goes up the stairs and is ejected, representing Dwayne Wade and Wade County in general. Just doing it the way exactly. That's why everyone hates Miami.
That guy.
Just everything climbing up up the stairs there.
That's better than the Pelicans fan who was throwing stuff into the fight. Did you guys see that? There was a fan a few rows up who was throwing drinks into the fight. We're lucky it wasn't another one of those Malice at the Palace situations at the Smoothie King Center.
What quarter did this fight happen in?
Beginning of the fourth quarter.
I'm surprised the Miami guy was still there. That's why everyone hates Miami fans, Dan.
They're used to seeing them walk up the stairs in the fourth quarter.
We were having an editorial meeting before the show, Dan. I don't think you were there for. And it was, if we have this guest on, if Sullivan's able to track this person down and we have this guest on, are we just enabling bad fan behavior in every away arena, hoping that we bring them on the show? Like, are we just encouraging Heat fans to go out and be obnoxious and misbehave at every road game in the hopes of getting on this show? And I said yes. Good. That's what we're doing.
Eat pizza today.
I want to know what the details of the story are. I want to do reporting that's not just talking to my MMA friends.
I'm sure he was minding his own business, and he's a victim in this whole situation. Look at him. He looked like someone who's just behaving himself. I'm sure he said nothing. He was just saying, hey, thanks for having me. Great seeing you guys. Oh, I'm kicked out. Oh, sorry.
I wanted to show you guys something here because Stugotz was annoyed with me because one of the things that is fun in South Florida sports, because we do have an unusual number of broadcasting people who have come up through a team, with a team, and not unlike Eric Spoelstra, have stayed with the team. And so I've been legitimately made happy by seeing Steve Goldstein embed himself in the Panthers organization, and then to watch people who work for the Panthers get this kind of team and this kind of run where you're nationally relevant, you're interesting, you're annoying, you're a very good team. I'd like to play for the audience here some audio and some video of the end of a game, Stugotz, against Washington, because I thought the goal was the goal call and the Goldie call. I just thought all of it was really great. To listen to the escalation here as you've got so few people on the ice and it's late, it's overtime, and the next goal decides it. And listen to this.
Milano, stripped away by Gustav Forsling. Milano again, stripped away by Sam Bennett. The Panthers trying to win it. It's Bennett. It's Forsling. Let's go home, baby! Gus wins it in overtime.
It's a cool call, and all of it. They're going to have to pay Forsling, aren't they? They're going to have to start paying a lot of money for people.
I don't know.
Yes, I know. I wasn't asking you. I was talking past you. But let's check. I want you guys to. I just want you guys to watch only Milano here, just because this is a disaster. Milano had trouble sleeping this night. Like, just watch Milano the whole way on this, because it's just brutal for him. Look, he gets the puck, middle of the ice. You can win the game right here. All right, stripped one time. Then he gets it back. Then stripped again. Now keep watching him. Keep watching him. Trailing the play. Oh, no, Bennett's going to do this. Oh, my God, right in my face. Right in my face. That's happened to me. Playing sports where the disaster.
What?
I imagine.
I want to see Dan on skates
You played
so
hockey
bad.
since when?
Dan
You're in
on
the NHL?
ice hockey skates. Holy
That
shit.
happened
We
to
need
you?
to go skating.
Dan playing ice hockey is like the people playing ice football.
You guys were quick to pounce, and you
Right.
didn't even hear.
I know, you said in
I
sports.
said playing sports, and
We
you
don't care
guys.
about
What?
that
No,
part of
I
it.
know.
No,
Yeah,
but the
you guys
visual
playing
on
hockey,
skates,
yeah, for
Dan.
sure, hockey.
Yeah, I understand what you guys did there.
Kendall Ice Arena.
But what happened to me is funny enough without having to put me on skates. Like, it was playing sports. It's playing basketball and seeing the thing that you feared most in your head before it actually happens, and then it happens to you as you're running, trying to chase the play down.
That's me playing life.
What happened to you?
I'm just telling you that I imagined the scenario with a lack of confidence of things being stolen from me and then it all being my fault at the end, like not even being able to point to
Poor
anybody
kid.
else. That's correct.
We found video of you playing sports, Dan.
Yeah, thank you. The ice hockey football that you wanted to put up
We
there.
really should go skating as a group, though.
That'd be so fun.
It would not be.
I grew up figure skating. Not really, but kind of.
Did you do the
I
spin
quit
thing?
by the time I was 8.
You did
I was never that good, Billy. Oh, your headphones came unplugged. Ooh, he hurt himself. We should definitely go skating as a group. Billy would be excellent on skates.
No, have you not seen? We have video somewhere of him trying to rollerblade into the Clevelander.
I've seen
it.
it.
It would not be good.
That was different.
Billy.
I'm a good skater. I'm a good ice skater.
You just injured yourself spinning in your office chair.
Well, the thing snapped back and hit me in the twig and berries. You know what I mean?
I don't believe that ice skating or roller skating, both of those things seem like good ideas until you're actually doing them. Put it on the poll, please, Juju, at Le Batard Show. Is roller skating a good idea right up until you're actually doing it?
Which one would you feel more confident doing? I think ice skating for me.
Roller
Really?
skating. Roller skating.
Huh.
Why would you be more confident? Well, first of all, I'm falling in either scenario. One of them is on the cold and hard, and one of them's not cold and hard. I'll take not cold and
No,
hard.
'cause
I don't want to be sliding on something wet and cold.
But ice skating, you probably have more clothing on for than roller skating. Roller skating, especially down here, people wear in various degrees of unclothed. And if you fall, you're going to get blood everywhere.
I stopped rollerblading. I have a pair of rollerblades that were worn a couple of times, and I stopped when I realized how high the fall was happening from. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it with elbow guards and wrist guards and a helmet.
Looks like a dork.
Because I'm not going to have. Hey, is that Dan Le Batard? Loser, struggling, not doing it
Oh
well.
my God, can you imagine seeing that in the wild? That would be incredible.
Only in Dade would have a field day.
Better safe
The
than sorry.
rollerbladers down here, though, are the most confident people in the world. You're absolutely right, because they're wearing like little Speedos or bikinis or whatever, and they're on the pathway on Miami Beach that's like made out of brick. So if they fall, they're getting hurt, but they're not falling.
They're not
they are
falling.
so confident.
They're weaving in and out in a way that I will never have that
They're
much
going like 20
confidence
miles
doing
an
anything.
hour.
Yes.
Same. They're the most confident people on earth.
I
convinced.
have been jealous of the confidence that those people have.
I saw a guy on 87th Avenue one time, like 3 weeks ago. He was just learning how to rollerblade. So I'm driving down the street, and he's there like really trying, and then all of a sudden the move goes where he tries to push, but the skates fall behind him, so he's like in the air at like a parallel.
He's parallel to the ground,
been there.
looking down at his horror.
As I drive by, I honked the horn. Bam, like, yo!
Women as support or what?
That doesn't help.
Or, like, dude, I know
No,
you
it's
fell.
not support.
I know you fell, but come on, just keep going, baby.
And that's the least confident guy in Miami right now.
I saw this morning on rollerblades somebody with the confidence to wear just a white Speedo on rollerblades. And I was
Was
thinking,
he an MLB player?
I was thinking about
see everything.
chafing. I was thinking about
You think a lot, man.
about aesthetics. I was thinking about who makes that choice, how, why, what is the rest of this
Sweat
person?
factor, you
What
know,
does the rest of this person's life look like?
Just like that, wearing a white Speedo rollerblading. That's exactly.
It looked like
You can extrapolate
it
that.
looked like Walter White at the beginning of Breaking Bad. They looked like
Tidy
Tiny
Whities.
Whities is what they look
Spoiler
like.
alert, Jesus.
The beginning.
Maybe they were.
It's not a spoiler.
It's the opening scene.
It's the first 12 seconds.
I haven't gotten to it.
Same here.
Spoiler alert on Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And the begin.
There's a whole prequel series.
There was a reunion at the SAG Awards yesterday.
Oh, please.
Oh, the
Did you watch
Sags.
them?
SAG Awards, that guy in the Speedo.
There wasn't a lot of SAG there, to be honest with you.
Really? You noticed?
Juju, please put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Have you ever honked your love and support for anyone from your car? I'm not sure that what Tony was doing there was loving and
Absolutely not
and
supportive.
It was
supportive. It was. I saw that. It was. I saw that, and I want you, as you go down, to know that wherever it is your shame resides, your lack of dignity, you weren't able to do that in private. I caught that from over here, and I'm gonna honk so gently that you're gonna be able to tell I'm not honking at anybody else. This is not rage based. I am simply showing you. I saw that, and I will take it with me and laugh about it days later.
There was nobody in front of me. I was just honking to show support.
No
but it's
cars
like
around?
the light honk where you kind of hit the bam, bam,
Please.
bam, bam.
How is he dressed?
He was dressed not like he should have been for rollerblading.
So, like, was he going to work then? Because then, like,
No,
it's
'cause
just
this-
even worse.
No, this was at like, I want to say 4 o'clock in the afternoon
People
on like
work
a
at all
Friday.
times.
Maybe he was going somewhere, I don't know, but he was wearing shorts and like a t-shirt, but no guards on his elbows or knees or whatever. So when he ate it, like he ate the entire pavement.
You have to, if you're going to go rollerblading for the first time, you have to do the helmet and the knee pads and the elbow pads and the wrist pads. And don't you?
Yes, but in a very private place, if possible. Yes.
Why? Who
Right.
cares?
It's embarrassing.
Trying to win homecoming queen? Who cares? What difference does it make?
Yes, Billy is right. Just own it and don't be confident. Be bold. These roller skaters and these rollerbladers don't worry about this stuff. About the ones who are all over Miami, and they are everywhere. They are peacocking and they are resplendent with confidence. We've all noticed it. We all want and envy the kind of confidence these people have, just rolling around shirtless and knowing they're not going to fall.
The more I think about it, the more I just think everyone in Miami has an absurd level of confidence. Yeah. It's just maybe other than Billy.
It's part of the deal.
I knew you were about to doubt me.
What?
We will get to DJ Khaled's confidence in a moment because I saw what he did yesterday, and it was ridiculous and funny and amazing, really. But before we do that, Jamian Andrade has been found, and I'm very happy about this. Sullivan is pretty good. Jamian, thank you for being on with us. Where are you right now?
Right now, I'm about a little less than an hour from TD Garden. That's where I'm from, actually.
All right,
So I'm from enemy territory.
okay, so
A
you're
little bit cold down here right now.
all right. So you're a Miamian living in Boston.
I am a Miami Heat fan, yeah, and I live close to TD Garden, yeah.
Okay, so what do you do in Boston?
I do pipe fitting.
Okay, and so what brought you to New Orleans? What was the occasion?
Well, I was on vacation for birthday. My sister got me tickets to the game for my birthday, so we were out there, just enjoying the culture and just wanted to catch a Heat game out there while I was at it.
And so what happened? Take us through what happened.
Honestly, I was just, being a Heat fan. I had pretty good seats. We were like in the third row. And then I was just heckling the whole game, just being a Heat fan. And then I guess they got sick of me after a little while. Because basically when the scuffle happened with the players, that's when they was just like, yeah, we're going to get everybody out of here. I don't know. I really did nothing because the funny thing is that people don't know when they first kicked me out, like what you see on video, they kicked me out, sent me to security. And then when they sent me to security, they said, oh, you guys got the wrong guy. You got to escort him back. And then they escorted me back. And as I'm coming back down the stairs, they grabbed me again. So they kicked me out twice in one shot.
All right, so hold on a second. So what happened? So they kicked you out. They thought they had the wrong guy and then didn't have the wrong guy. Did they have the wrong guy?
Honestly, I have no idea. And the crazy thing is when they first kicked me out, they brought me downstairs through the elevator and everything. And then as soon as I got through the elevator, they're like, oh, that's not the guy. You guys got the wrong dude, so you got to escort him back. They escort me back. I'm going up the stairs that row right there was row 113. When they escorted me back, they escorted me back to row 115. So then I go up the stairs to go around and come back down 113. And as I'm going up the stairs, the people from that row recognize me. I go around, and as I'm going back down to heckle those same fans, I thought I was getting kicked out. Before I could even go down the steps, they grabbed me again. And when they grabbed me again, they literally brought me down to security and they told me, oh, it's NBA code of conduct. You can't swear in the arena. So they literally told me I got kicked out for swearing. They said, I'm not banned, but I can't come back today.
But are you the right guy? I mean,
well, Well, I'm the guy that got kicked out for sure. Yeah, but I'm not. I didn't do anything wrong. I really have no idea what happened.
You didn't deserve.
was
You didn't
a pain in the
deserve.
ass.
You didn't deserve to get kicked out. You were heckling and you were cursing. Yes.
I mean, I was just saying, fuck the Pelicans and go Heat, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, when they brought me downstairs, they kept saying, "No, you're good. We just want to get a copy of your ID and we're gonna bring you right back." Like they literally told me I wasn't getting kicked out. They told me they was gonna get a copy of my ID, send me back, and then they didn't do that.
Tell us how it is you became a Heat fan.
I actually became a Heat fan because of D Wade when I was young, and then just stuck with that. Just been a Heat fan since.
How does that go for you in Boston?
Terrible, surrounded by nothing but Celtics fans, but it was great last year and the last 4 of the last 5 times we faced them in the playoffs. So Celtics don't have nothing for us.
Did you at any
Celtics have
point?
nothing for us.
Did you at any point become a Bulls fan and a Cavs fan, or no?
I wasn't a Bulls or Cavs fan, but I was rooting for D Wade when he was there, though. It was a little.
Really? Lost him.
Got a call.
He was
I think.
cursing.
Sounds like Pelican security.
Okay,
NBA
ripped him away
policy.
from
Yeah,
our
he
Zoom.
said
We
F the
lost him.
Pelicans, and then he had to go.
We will see if we can
That's
get
a pipe
him
to
back.
Hell yeah.
He has
Miscarriage
When
of
you say you're
justice.
just being a Heat fan,
that covers a
What
lot
does
of
that
territory. That covers a
mean?
lot of territory. Put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show. When you're saying you're quote just being a Heat fan, is that automatically grounds for ejection from any stadium in the world?
He's back.
Did you see the video where like the Pelicans post-game show was just overwhelmed with fans chanting "Let's go Heat" in the background?
Yes.
And like, did we come into the wrong arena today?
Yeah, Jamie, were you?
I was one of those. How?
Hell
You got kicked out. How
This
was
guy's
there?
a hero, Dan.
No, listen. What the funny thing is, they didn't let me back in the building, but I was right by the door behind the announcers, so I was screaming right in that building. I didn't care. I was waiting for all the Pelicans players to come out so they could hear me. I didn't leave that arena until like maybe a few hours after. Maybe a couple hours after the game was over. I didn't leave. I wanted to be the last one out that building. I was the first one out the building, but I wanted to be the last one out the parking lot area.
Let's play for him this video and just give us some play-by-play. You don't have to adhere to the video play-by-play, but just take us through what it is that's happening here as you're leaving your seating area.
So everybody kept saying, "Get the fuck out of here." Mind you, everybody's swearing at me. "Get the fuck out of here. Fuck the Heat." But they could swear. And then all I'm saying is, I'll be back. This is my arena now. And I said 305 till I die. I was letting them know I kept on saying this is our arena now. Because the funny thing is, when Jimmy Butler was getting kicked out, and then he points at the crowd and he balls his fist up.
Yes.
I was literally right behind the Heat bench. So when he was looking up at the crowd and doing that and cheering, he was cheering towards me getting kicked out.
Are you from Miami?
I'm not from Miami.
305 till I die.
But I do travel. I do travel there as often as I can. My sister's a flight attendant, so I fly for free. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere the Heat go. I go
yeah.
everywhere the Heat. And the funny thing is, I'm going to that Heat-Pelicans game March 22nd. They're gonna hear me again. They're gonna see me again. I'm trying to find a way to get free tickets if I can, because I deserve it. I'm the number one Heat fan there is out here. Look, I come to work with my Heat hard hat on. I don't play no games. Got them tatted on me. I just can't show that right now.
You know what?
I got too much layers on. But
all right, I'll get you tickets.
Oh, that's so nice, because I was going to do it, Dan, but you did it. Thanks. I mean,
You were going to do
hey
it.
Dan, I'm a big fan of yours, by the way, man. How's Poppy doing?
He's great. Thank you for asking. He is 80 years old, shuffling around the house, and doesn't want to be around us anymore. He's done with the whole thing.
I mean, this guy can schmooze.
Big fan after you got him tickets, Dan. You noticed that,
Yes, I did notice
No,
that.
I was going to lead off with that, but you guys asked me questions a little too quick.
Thank you, Jamie, and we appreciate it. Anything else that we
Appreciate
need?
you guys.
Anything else that we need to know? What are your Heat bona fides? You got Heat tattoos. What else?
From Boston.
What changed? Like, how did the few minutes or the few hours after the game go when the videos started spreading?
Well, there was just people hitting me up from all platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It was kind of crazy. I didn't really get back to everybody, so I kind of for a few seconds got to feel how it is to be a low-key celebrity. Just saying. It was too many messages to get back to. It was a little bit ridiculous. It still is, but not as bad as it was the first couple of days.
Thank you for making time for us in your schedule today.
Oh, thank you guys.
We appreciate it,
Just
sir.
just look out for me. Just look out for me in the next Miami Pelicans game, and when we face them in Miami, I'll be there.
All right. We will get you tickets. I promised you tickets. I'll get you tickets.
Are you going with them or?
I am not
Yeah,
going with him. Go ahead and promise him.
Come on,
you're
you gotta
going
go with me. Get
Stugotz
tickets
is
to
going
Poppy.
with
Let him
you.
come in.
You know what?
Let Poppy come
Stugotz is
Let
going
Poppy
with you.
come in.
I'll buy you and Stugotz tickets.
That's nice of you.
I like that. I like that. Send Poppy to the game too.
I'm scalping mine.
See you later, Jamie, and thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
Stugotz, can you tell me and tell the audience, please, what it is here that Mike McDaniel is wearing in this video that we're going to play of the Dolphin coach, who doesn't give off a lot of Don Shula. He doesn't look like yesterday's Dolphins coaches.
That same championship mindset. Okay, I can promise you, the team in that stadium that's playing there next year and for every other year following that, we'll be chasing that championship mindset each and every year and bringing that to a fan base that truly deserves it. Drop the mic. Mic drop. Ladies and gentlemen.
So he did a mic drop without doing a mic drop. What is he wearing though? It's like orange and white towels. It's matching shorts and
Una
shirt.
cortina.
He's got fashion sense. He's a very confident dresser. No Dolphin coach has ever dressed like that. I'm guessing Vic Fangio doesn't dress like
Dave
that.
wants that.
I need Tony to translate what that means.
Una cortina. He's wearing una cortina that my abuela has. I have that
curtain?
exact same curtain.
Yes, a curtain.
It's
It's an old woman's curtain. It's but how would you? Is it flowers? Is it orange flowers that's on matching
tropical.
shorts and shirt, white and orange? A very Miami look.
I
Like
think Cougs owns that matching set.
I don't think there are a lot of people who can pull that off confidently.
He needs to win 2 more games this season if he wants to keep pulling that off.
Hey, he's got the confidence to live in Miami, right? Like we were just saying, Miami people, the most confident people. You're right.
He lives in Broward.
He lives in Broward.
Let's be
Never mind.
respectful, please.
Never mind.
He's talking about championship
win.
mindset, and for a while, the joke at his expense is going to be, go ahead and win a playoff game. Go ahead and win one of those, and then we will allow you to wear flowered cortinas. Billy, I am not kidding you. We were just talking about young coach and a young coach's look. I did not recognize Don Mattingly when I saw a photo of him this weekend. I legitimately, when people were posting the photo, it's in a Blue Jays cap, what the Marlins have done to age him.
He was there last year. Blue Jays did that to him. Yeah. Blue Jays have been a huge bust, by the way. We don't need to get into that today, but all those young stars don't do shit.
Yeah.
He looks like a slimmed down Santa. Like if Santa was like Joe Thomas, where he went from being an offensive lineman to then being like a podcaster, that's what he looks like.
Zaddy Christmas.
Yeah. I look at him, and because he was one of my favorite players growing up, like him and Dave Winfield were some of my favorite athletes growing up.
Donnie Baseball.
The
Winnie.
way that he
I thought he was Joe Maddon.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I saw
Come
him, like
on,
Joe
Billy.
Maddon's with the Blue Jays now. He looks like it. Does he not look like him?
Yeah,
Not
it's the
really.
white
Yeah, I don't know
beard.
about
I don't
that.
think they look alike though. They just both have white facial hair.
I
That all it is for you? That's all it takes?
I just looked real quick. I was like, oh, Joe Maddon's on Blue Jays. I'm like, Don Mattingly.
I think that I saw the other day Joe Maddon doing a broadcast somewhere, and I think he shaved the beard. I did not see the white beard, and he looked different. There is something else, though, Stugotz, that I wanted to show you.
He's broadcasting now?
I saw him.
Ran out of teams to rip off? I mean,
I was surprised that his beard was so white because his hair was still black when he was coaching the Marlins just a year and a half ago.
What? Joe Madden won a championship, Stugotz.
He did? Yeah.
Rain delay aided.
The Cubs won a
That's
championship
that's
in spite
the whole
of Joe
thing.
Maddon.
Yeah.
Fix was in.
The Cubs
Eventually someone was going to win it, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He tinkered with the rotation a little much in that game.
Okay.
Grandpa Rossi, I mean, come on. You're a bench player.
A lot of guys have won a championship.
Pretty sure the broadcast
none for the Cubs.
Every year someone wins a championship, actually.
None.
I don't know why I'm taking Stugotz.
I don't know why any of you are doing this. It's hard to win a championship for the Cubs. Like, you can go ahead and say that they won it in spite of him. All the other managers they had, they didn't win it either for them or in spite of them.
That's only if you believe in curses. Each year is its own separate season.
No, it's only if I believe in winning the last game. It's not the curses. They never
Did
won.
Maddon win the last game? I mean, technically he did, but the moves he made were questionable.
Questionable.
Yeah.
Lucky about that
He
rain
did
delay.
win.
They won despite him.
There.
Yeah.
You know, he did win the seat. They dressed up in cute little outfits a lot of times on their road trips.
Yeah.
Jason Hayward really won the game, though.
Sorry to get bogged down on this.
Gave the speech.
Well, but you're the king of all you have to do is win a championship and be golden. Hell, Jay Williams is out here saying Caitlin Clark, and he's doubling down on it, that she's not great because she hasn't won a championship. And get your own takes, Jay. That's Stugotz's. But what are you doing right now? Like, what are you doing right now?
Just taking out Joe Madden?
But I thought you win a championship, and that's
I know.
that.
But I like accuracy, Dan. I'm all about that.
The most complicated math that Stugotz does is you win a championship, I say you're the best. Like, that's the way that one works.
No. Yeah, not so much in baseball.
Or when it regards Kevin Durant, like there's certain people
Joining a
that
super
doesn't.
team.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
You'll read about it in the book when it comes out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right. StugottsBook.com. Check it out. Thank you, people.
The slated publish date on that?
Sometime in November. I think the 26th. Got some time here. StugottsBook.com. Number 1, Amazon. Appreciate it.
So yesterday, Stugotz, I went to the Food and Wine Festival. Which
What? I'm so jealous.
Why?
Did you see Guy Fieri?
You could have gone.
I forgot it was this weekend.
The Food and Wine Festival is also what I refer to as my weekdays. Just every one of them. But what I have seen, and I want to be a little bit careful here, Stugotz, because I don't want to say that Miami has been ruined, but I have realized recently that I lived without realizing it during what the golden age of Miami was, when it wasn't this kind of crowded, because our traffic problems are really severe, and it is now taking an extra hour to get everywhere because all of New York has moved down here, all of San Francisco has moved down here, and anytime we do one of these giant things, it becomes a festival of we simply don't have any of the planning and strategic building of things that can handle this kind of overload. And then the next thing you know, you're getting all of these alerts that say, hey, don't go in the water. There's all sorts of human feces in the water.
That was happening before everybody moved down, though, to be honest.
Agreed, but it's happening more now.
And in Farito, that was all the time.
That's
I couldn't
true.
go to Farito because all of a sudden there was shit everywhere.
That's true.
That's part of our childhood.
Yes, I know, but it's
That's
happening.
not New York shit. That's just been there.
Yeah, but to Dan's point, more people, more feces.
That's correct.
Yes.
That is what's happening.
I don't know.
But what do you mean? What do
I
you
don't
mean?
know. I don't know if that's
What
true.
do you mean?
He's not sure.
What do you mean you don't know if that's true?
If we want to do like an equation about shit and then
Yeah.
more people coming in, I think the septic tank or whatever is spewing out there only holds a certain amount. So I think the same people are there. Plus, it's Key Biscayne probably. So it's like rich shit. So it's moving out the other way.
That's true.
There's a lot of stuff.
We
in
all
this
know
equation.
rich shit moves differently, Dan.
Yeah, like in Australia.
More people means more shit. Put it on the poll, Juju at Le Batard Show. Does more people mean mathematically, empirically, more human shit?
Well, what if what if more people are eating the same amount of food because every person is eating less?
I'm just going to put it the way I'm putting it. I don't want qualifiers, asterisks, or nuance. I'm simply saying if there are more people, you're going to get more human shit. But, Stugotz, when I am at the Food and Wine Festival, and it's fun, and it's a great event every year. It really is. DJ Khaled, their big finish at the end of this was DJ Khaled and Rick Ross. And DJ Khaled came out and was simply terrible. Like, just really.
What are you doing there?
I mean, it was just bad. He played a
He's
couple.
being honest.
He played a DMX song. He played none of his own music. He ran around saying and another one, and then just shouting David Grutman's name again and again and again, making it obvious who was paying him for the appearance.
Got a vintage performance from DJ Khaled. What are you complaining about? That's what he does.
Well,
We the best.
But here is the vintage performance of him getting out behind the stage in his car, Stugotz. And this is a heavy lift for his security people.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get sand on his shoes. So here is DJ Khaled arriving at the facility. And I guess his security just knows what to do in this spot. So they just come right over here and they just pick him up and they take him all the way to the stage. And Tony, I'm obviously not a sneakerhead. I don't know the sneakers that he's wearing there.
That is great.
I mean, that seems unnecessary. It seems like that's not what part of security's job should be in that situation. And Tony, you're the sneaker guy. Come on, sand that bad for those sneakers?
So here's the thing, Dan. DJ Khaled has a collaboration with Jordan where he'll get We the Best branded Jordan stuff, right? So he's got like a Jordan deal. So they'll send him a ton of merch, a ton of shoes. He gets stuff that nobody can get. So those look to me like special threes, Jordan 3s that are DJ Khaled, versions. The thing is, he's probably got like 10 of those at the house. Yeah. They mail him a ton of stuff. Yeah. He'll open boxes where behind him he's got 65 pairs of shoes just from that one drop that month. So like when you're a Jordan brand athlete or somebody that's an influencer with the Jordan brand, every month you get a massive box of all of the releases of the month, all the stuff for your sports-specific stuff. So DJ Khaled has that. Didn't Paul Pierce get carried away like this too? Like,
well, it was a wheelchair.
Was it a wheelchair?
It was when he pooped himself.
Yeah.
Right,
he was carried
exactly.
to a wheelchair that way and out of the wheelchair that way.
That's what it reminded me of.
If he didn't do this, though, we wouldn't be talking about what DJ Khaled did yesterday. So it worked out. Didn't he also do this at a Heat game where he had a pillow underneath his feet so that his shoes wouldn't touch the court?
Yeah.
Stugotz would 100% do this, though, if he could.
Easier lift.
Of course, yes. But if you're part of a security team, you have to carry the guy in, right? That's part of the deal. If he says, carry me in, you carry me in. We should have carried Dan into Vegas. That would have been fun. Exactly that way.
That would have been fun because, like, the mic wasn't working super well when we did Dan's entrance. It would have been funny if we carried him out and whatever we were carrying him on also broke.
Mm-hmm.
That's
not funny,
that's
but-
not something that hurts the confidence at all. The microphone not working with your first words.
Would have been worse if you fell off of some sort of throne, though, that we were carrying you in on, right?
I started sweating.
Yes.
It's 30 degrees out.
Chris took a victory lap. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Chris took a victory lap when the microphone didn't work. Because the day before in rehearsals, he's like, is the microphone going to work in this tunnel? And then he was quickly like, shut up, idiot. And then he was like, oh, okay, I won't say anything. And then it didn't work, and he just gave me a little look-see across the stage. He goes, who asked about that mic yesterday? I was like, not now, Chris. It's not the time.
Read the room.
In mentioning that Miami's overcrowded, Billy, how are you feeling about Bad Boys 4 making a return
Why
to,
is that
to
happening?
filming in Miami and stopping all of our, like they film wherever they want to. I can't believe the clout that Bad Boys has in our city. They are able to get licenses for things that no one's able to get licenses for that just stop all of our traffic.
They're doing donuts and street racing and everything like all over the place. Why are they doing that? Who's asking for a Bad Boys 4? I'm sorry.
They're literally filming in the heart of Brickell on 8th Street. So my wife works at a hotel there, and she actually saw Will Smith in one of the elevators because they're staying at her hotel. And she's like, they shut down the entire street. They're doing donuts. They're filming stuff. And it's like, that street is one of the most busy streets in Miami, 8th Street. And Brickell Ave or whatever. Yeah. It's incredible.
Our makeup artist posted a video of one of the cars doing donuts on 8th Street, and I was like, oh my God, like the drivers down here are out of control. And like 2 days later, I saw it on Only in Dade, and I was like, oh, that was for a stunt for the movie. I thought that was like an actual Miami driver.
That does happen though. Like they do just like have you seen this, Dan? Like on the Fridays and Saturday nights, like they'll just close
Yes.
expressways
They'll
and
do
have
it
their
at
own.
this intersection in downtown.
Well,
Just for
this,
funsies.
no, but this has been something that has now been. They're cracking down on the criminality of this. It's not.
Yeah,
They're
they'll move it.
They're doing it on highways. They're doing it on highways.
That's why my grandmother told me nothing good happens after midnight, and she was right.
She's right about that.
Billy, you ask who wants a Bad Boys 4. Bad Boys 3 did $425 million internationally.
Saw that. Yeah, I mean,
Grandma's not right about that. There are plenty of grandparents having sex after midnight.
What?
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 Whoa.
On the street?
They're staying up until midnight?
The Villages.
What?
Bad Boys is a wildly successful franchise, and people love remakes. I saw that. Is it Ridley Scott now? He's $150 million over budget on Gladiator 2. It was supposed to open at $165 million.
Gladiator 2? First one was like 50 years ago. Who wants this?
What do you mean? I think it's proven again and again that people love the nostalgia stuff. They
Ridley
love the
Scott is 86 years old.
They love the giant franchises.
Executives love nostalgia, Dan.
You shut up. You said 5 minutes ago you were excited for the re-release of Shrek 2
excited for the
in
re-release
theaters.
of Shrek 2.
I said you could
It's
watch it
gonna
at
be
your house
amazing.
any
the
day.
20-year anniversary. I saw it for my 9th birthday. Can't wait.